What's up, guys? So first, I gotta give a shout out to all of y'all. I really appreciate y'all subscribing. Yeah, I've been busy collecting parts, as you could tell from the intro, but yeah, let's go ahead and figure out what we have to do to make all this work now, because that's what it's turning into, is a little bit of work. But here we go. All right, so we did just throw the truck manifold on there just to see if it would fit, and it does. I did have to take off the hood latch from its original location. It was bolted right there, these two bolts, and then it had one down there. But man, look at the clearance on this guy. So I'm definitely gonna source, or try to source, a new intake manifold that's a little lower profile, because man, that thing is super tall, super beefy. But it does bolt up, so worst case scenario, I mean, I could just notch the hood, just to give you a little side profile. So we'd have to definitely cut out quite a bit to make this work, probably this whole center part. Not to mention, we're not going to be able to use that latch, but I've got some hood pins, so we can make that all work. I did go ahead and test fit this starter that I got, and man, it just barely clears. There's like literally 1 finger's worth of gap in between the back of it and these plates that we made. So super excited that that all fits. So let's go ahead and try to get these headers to fit, to see if these are even gonna work. If not, we're gonna have to like custom make some manifolds. So this kit came with the flange to start the exhaust, you know, after the header. And this takes a 2.5 inch ID pipe, or inside diameter. So we'll get a stick of that and get that bent up so we can start that. And then I also did get a set of new header bolts. These are just, you know, they're just old and worn. I mean, they're kind of rusty and they look ugly. So these were like 12 bucks from Summit. So I just went ahead and invested in that. Well, they fit. That's cool. If we run it like this, we're definitely gonna have to relocate all these brake lines, because that's just gonna sit there and roast it. And it does clear the starter just barely down in there. So I mean, I don't know, we might have to just heat wrap these or something, but at least it fits. It looks aggressive. Like I love the look of it, but let's see if we can get let's see if we can get this driver's side done, because this is obviously gonna be the trouble side. No. So this bolt, or this adjustment on the steering box, is definitely hitting. So I don't know if we can get a plug for this, or if we can chop this off and maybe get the clearance that we need. You know, let's go ahead and try one more thing. So they wouldn't fit in there normal. Okay, well, it does work like this. I was able to get 2 bolts in there. It's kind of a pain trying to get anything in these back holes, but it definitely fits like this, so that's exciting. I went ahead and flipped this one around as well, since that one's already running forward. So now this just makes me think turbo things, because we could just connect this pipe to this pipe, you know, somewhere right over here or here, you know, somewhere in the engine bay, and then run a turbo. I don't know, just food for thought. So now that we've got the headers on there, the starter, all that fits up nicely, we're gonna go ahead and try to get the accessory drive worked out. This is a kit I got off Amazon. It's ICT right there. This is actually for the alternator, and this is for the power steering pump. I was gonna go with a Holley system for like a high mount or mid mount drive, but they were just really expensive, and I'm not planning on running AC in this car. So yeah, we'll just try to make this work. It should work with almost any GM power steering pump. And since we have a feed and a return on the Datsun, I went ahead and went with this model. I think it came off like a 1500, maybe a 2000. I don't know, don't quote me on that. Just look for the one with a feed and a return if you're doing something similar. And naturally we had to get a new pulley to go with it. So I got this kit for, I believe it was right under $200, 190 or something off Amazon, but it actually came from Speedway. So shout out Speedway Motors, y'all are always hooking it up. I appreciate y'all, but let's go ahead and see if we can get this bolted up. We're gonna start by taking off this pulley or this tensioner. Let's just try. I've never done this, but nice. Now all we have to do is get this guy mounted on, but I'm really not sure about the offset. I don't know if I got the right power steering pump pulley. So the issue that we're running into, so if that's mounted flush against this part, it looks like we're a few teeth off, because if you look down this way, these two line up, so the alternator and all that line up, but look at that, look at the shaft on the power steering pump. I mean, that's pretty far out. Alright guys, we're actually sitting right outside of Summit right now. I just wanted to show you this before I returned it. So this is the power steering pump pulley that I bought, and it looks like it's for like a 1500, but since our power steering pump is for a 2500, this is actually the power steering pump pulley that we needed. This one's, you know, a little more set back, and then this one's a little forward, so that should line us up with our belt drive. So just wanted to show you all that before, you know, I went ahead and returned this one. Sorry, Summit. But other than that, man, this kit looks awesome. ICT did a really good job on designing this. They have super detailed instructions, so it makes it really easy to get all this on. This is actually going to be our belt tensioner after we get everything sorted with the power steering pump pulley, which is probably my fault. I probably just got the wrong one, but you know, it happens. But we'll get all that sorted out. We'll also get this alternator bolt, you know, either removed or a new alternator. And yeah, I'm getting super excited. It's starting to come together, and it's, man, just look at it. I'll leave the link in the description below, but apparently this came from Thailand and they went through Germany. I don't really know, but I ordered it a month and a half ago and I just got it. I think this kit was only like 30 bucks or something like that. And okay, so that steering wheel is not going to stay. That's just what I had. It actually came with the 240 that I bought. That's outside. That's cold. That's why I got the door shut. But this steering wheel adapter is, it's okay. I mean, it fits up. In the item description, it really didn't say if it was going to fit a 280ZX. It just said 240, 260, and 280Z. So I took the chance. It took forever to get here. I'm just really glad it fits. So right on. And the last thing we're going to test fit today is this radiator. I went with this one. It's actually for a 1980 to 1990 Fox body Mustang, but it's a 3-row and it's already shrouded, and it has these 2 electric fans on there. So let's see if it'll fit in our 1980 Datsun 280ZX. It definitely fits in between these 2 body panels, but it does not fit in between the rails. And it definitely is not going to clear the hood, even if we tilt it all the way back. Yeah, that's way too tall. But if it did fit down in between these rails, you know, this would probably be a viable option. Which we could always cut and box that. You know, we could cut those rails out and then box it in and then slide this radiator in between it. And just cut in here, but then I guess we're gonna be running into our hose issues too, because I mean both of the inlet and outlet are on this side. So let's go to option 2. Well, it definitely fits right there like a glove. I don't know, this could work. Like, I kind of like the idea of it being in the back of the car anyway. Not only for weight distribution, but also, you know, if we drift this car, we don't have to worry about popping a hole in our radiator and ruining our day. So we're definitely gonna have to run plumbing, you know, from the front of the car all the way to the back, if we do want to make this work. But it's definitely an option, and honestly, like, I think it looks pretty cool, especially if we angled it a little bit, and maybe after we get a cage or whatever else we're gonna do to this car in here, if we mounted it to the cage, I really think that would be a cool looking build. So alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I really hope y'all enjoyed watching and following along with this build. Thanks again for subscribing. This engine is coming together. All the accessory drives, we'll get all the missing pieces that we need, and yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.